welcome back to the channel. Before we enter today's heavy gist, abeg make una like, comment, share, and subscribe so you no go miss any of our hot updates. Today's matter is shaking Nollywood like never before. In fact, not the kind gist wey fit make person pause eating because the tension no be here. What really happened to Maurice Sam? Why was he seen breaking down emotionally? And why is Sonia Uche's reaction the one causing shock waves everywhere? My people, this one no be small something. Sit down, relax, because we are going into the untold story from the beginning to the moment everything scattered. The whole issue started quietly, like breeze wey dey blow small before storm. For months now, fans have been sensing that something is not entirely smooth between Maurice Sam and Sonia Uche. Even though the two have always maintained their signature chemistry both on and off set, people began to notice a kind of emotional heaviness around Maurice. The kind of heaviness that a man tries to hide but it still leaks through the cracks. Some insiders have whispered for long that Maurice is under intense pressure, career demands rising every day, emotional expectations from fans, industry tension, and then the constant dragging anytime he is seen with Sonia. And even though both have tried to handle everything with maturity, pressure no dey look face. Pressure no dey ask permission. Pressure just dey come like uninvited visitor. The turning point started on a recent movie set where both of them were working together. The movie was supposed to be a major project, one that could boost both of their careers. But as filming progressed, something deeper was happening behind the scenes, something the cameras were not supposed to catch. Unfortunately, cameras catch 'em. According to crew members on set, Maurice had been struggling emotionally for days. He wasn't sleeping well, wasn't eating well, and even though he was still delivering his scenes perfectly, once the director shouted, "Cut," he would withdraw into himself. Many people thought it was just normal fatigue, but it became clear that something far more serious was going on. One of the crew members who has worked with Maurice for years said he had never seen him like that. Maurice is usually playful, energetic, and very friendly. He jokes with everyone, encourages people, and lifts the mood of the entire set. But this time, he was quiet. He was thoughtful. He looked bothered, worried, and overwhelmed. And the worst part. The person he wanted to talk to the most was the same person he didn't want to burden. That person was Sonia Uche. Now, Sonia on the other hand had also been under pressure. She had so many projects lined up back to back and barely had personal time. But Sonia is known for being strong, focused, and very determined. Even when she is stressed, she carries herself with grace. Many people didn't even realize how much she was going through because she hid it well. So the set became a place where two tired souls were trying to function perfectly for the camera, while inside, both of them were burning. Things reached a breaking point on a particular day when they were shooting a highly emotional scene, ironically a scene about heartbreak and fear of losing someone you care about. The director wanted raw emotions, he wanted vulnerability, he wanted tears that felt real. My people, what he got was far more real than anybody expected. As the scene began, Maurice entered the moment with full emotion. But instead of stopping when the director shouted, "Cut," Maurice continued crying. Not movie tears. Not acting tears. These were deep, painful, uncontrollable tears from somewhere inside him. Tears that came from the heart. Tears the camera was not supposed to record. At first, everyone thought he was simply still in character. But as the seconds passed and Maurice still did not stop, the atmosphere changed. The entire set went silent. The lighting guy paused. The boom mic operator froze. Even the director stared in confusion. Something was wrong. Maurice dropped to the floor, holding his face, breathing heavily, trying to compose himself but failing again and again. His hands were shaking. His voice cracked. And in that moment, the camera kept rolling because the cameraman didn't even know whether to stop or continue. It was surreal. Sonia, who had stepped aside after her part of the scene, rushed back immediately when she realized what was happening. The moment she touched his shoulder, Maurice broke down even more. It was as if he had been holding something in for too long and the presence of someone he trusted deeply made everything spill out. Witnesses said Sonia held him and kept whispering to him to breathe. She kept telling him, "It's okay, you're fine, just breathe. But the more she tried to comfort him, the more emotional he became. People later claimed that Maurice kept saying something about pressure, expectations, and fears. He felt like he was losing control of his life. He felt misunderstood by the public. He felt attacked by the industry for things he didn't even do. And most painfully, he felt like the people mocking him online didn't realize he was human too. Some crew members swear they heard Maurice say something like, "I'm tired of fighting everything alone." That statement hit everyone on set deeply because many people in Nollywood know how much pressure successful actors face. Fame looks sweet from outside, but inside, no real battle. The emotional breakdown continued for several minutes until the set coordinator finally told the camera operator to shut down the recording. But as you know, once something hits a camera, there is always a chance it leaks. And my people, that's exactly what happened. Someone, till now nobody knows who, leaked a short clip from the emotional breakdown. It wasn't the full footage, just 28 seconds, but it was enough to shake the entire internet. Enough to make fans panic. Enough to make people ask questions. Enough to make trolls quiet for the first time in their lives. The moment the video appeared online, social media went into full chaos. Fans were worried, confused, and heartbroken. Many said they had never seen Maurice that vulnerable. Others began blaming the industry for pushing actors beyond their breaking point. Some even accused Sonia of being the reason behind his emotional collapse. But what shocked people the most was Sonia's reaction after the video went viral. Instead of making a long statement or addressing the issue publicly as everyone expected, Sonia made one simple move: she went straight to see Maurice in person. No camera. No PR. No explanations. Just genuine concern. Someone close to them confirmed that Sonia stayed with him for hours, making sure he was calm and stable. She didn't care about the noise online. She didn't care about the trolls dragging her. She didn't care about the questions fans were asking. All she cared about was the well-being of someone she clearly values deeply. And that simple move, quiet, genuine, and heartfelt, shocked everyone more than any public statement would have. After that, fans began piecing things together. They remembered all the times Maurice publicly defended Sonia. All the moments they stood together. All the smiles, the chemistry, the support, the energy. And suddenly everyone began asking the same question. What is really happening between these two? Some believe they are in a relationship but hiding it from the public. Others believe they are just extremely close friends who understand each other deeply. But no matter what side fans fall on, one thing is clear: the bond between them is strong. Days later, Maurice finally addressed the situation privately with his management team. They advised him to rest, take a break, and take care of his mental health. Something he had been ignoring for too long. But the real twist came when Brian Okwara stepped into the matter. According to reports, Brian personally reached out to Maurice to talk to him. And whatever Brian told him was so emotional, so deep, that Maurice cried again, this time not on camera. Brian reminded him that greatness comes with struggles. That men are allowed to feel broken sometimes. That strength is not in hiding pain but in facing it. And that he should never feel ashamed for being human. Those words touched Maurice deeply. Brian and Maurice may not always be the closest publicly, but the respect between them is real. Meanwhile, Sonia continued to stay supportive from behind the scenes, refusing to speak publicly to avoid adding more pressure or attention to the matter. Fans now see her silence differently. Not as guilt. Not as avoidance.